Thank you, Mom. I love my mom. She took care of me when I was very young. She took care of me when I was sick. She taught me how to get dressed, how to button my shirt, how to tie my shoes. She taught me how to brush my teeth. She taught me how to be kind to others, to tell the truth, and to be polite. She walked me to class on my first day of school, taught me how to read, and helped me with all my homework. She was nice to all of my friends, held my hand, and she always cheered me up. Next year, I will graduate from high school and go to college. I will do well in college, and I will do well after college. My mom has taught me well. A piece of paper. Jimmy dropped a piece of paper on the floor. He bent over and picked it up. He folded the piece of paper in two. He put it on the table. He picked up a pencil. He wrote a phone number on the piece of paper. He put the pencil on the table. He picked up the scissors. He picked up the piece of paper. He cut the paper in half. He put one half of the paper on the table. He put the other half with the phone number in his shirt pocket. He put the scissors on the table. Buy a new car. Linda wants to buy a new car. She has an old car. Her old car is a white Honda. Linda wants to buy a new Honda. She wants to buy a new red Honda. She has saved $1,000. She will use the $1,000 to help buy the new car. The Honda dealer will give her a contract to sign. The contract will require her to pay $400 a month for 7 years. Her new Honda will cost Linda a lot of money. But that's okay, because Linda makes a lot of money. Water and an apple. Susan likes to eat apples. She likes to eat big red apples. She likes to wear a blue hat. She wears a big blue hat on her head. She wears a hat and eats an apple. She drinks some water from a white cup. Susan drinks water and eats apples. She doesn't cut the apple with a knife. A knife is sharp. She just eats the apple. She holds the apple in her hand. She bites into the apple with her teeth. She licks her lips. She drinks more water. She wipes her mouth with her hand. Cold weather. Thomas was not hot. He was not warm either. He was cold. The weather was not hot. The weather was not warm either. The weather was cold. Thomas did not like to be cold. He looked for his jacket. He found his jacket. He put on his jacket, but he was still cold. He looked at the windows. Were all the windows closed? Yes, they were. They were all closed. None of the windows were open. He looked at the door. The door wasn't open. It was closed. He was still cold. He looked for a warmer jacket. Work, work. It was time for bed. Edward was very tired. He turned off the TV. He turned off his computer. He turned off the dining room light. He went into the bathroom and brushed his teeth. He went into the bedroom and put on his pajamas. He got into bed, put his head on the pillow, and pulled the blanket up to his shoulders. He thought about all the work he had done that day, and about all the work he had to do the next day. He closed his eyes and thought about his vacation in 3 months. That would be so nice. New shoes. Lisa loves to go shopping. Tomorrow, she is going shopping. She needs a new pair of shoes. She wants to buy a pair of red shoes. She thinks red shoes are pretty. She will buy a pair of shoes at the mall. Lisa usually shops at the mall. The mall is only a mile from her house. She just walks to the mall. It only takes her 20 minutes. Tomorrow, she will go to 4 different shoe stores. Tomorrow is Saturday. The mall always has sales on Saturday. If the sale price is good, Lisa might buy 2 pairs of shoes. Writing a letter. Christopher wrote a letter to his sister. His sister lived in another city. His sister did not have a computer, and neither did he. His sister didn't like to use the phone, and neither did he. He wrote his sister a long letter. He told her the news in his life. He told her that he had had a new job, and he had a new girlfriend. He told her that he had a new car. He had lots of news for his sister. She would be happy to read his letter. she would send him a letter. Her letter would have lots of news too. Start the car. Bob pushed the button on the door handle. He opened the car door. He got into the car. He sat down in the driver's seat behind the steering wheel. Bob put on his seatbelt. He buckled the seatbelt. The seatbelt went across his chest and across his lap. The seatbelt kept him safe. Bob put his key into the ignition. The ignition was next to the steering wheel. He turned the ignition and the car started.